Hello folks and welcome to 4 Season Backpacking. Please subscribe for the latest outdoor adventure videos. Okay folks, well this is a bit of a surprise. Well first off, good morning folks. Well this is a bit of a surprise, isn't it? I bet you didn't expect to see me in a Travelodge. I bet you thought my adventures were all over. Well I certainly did. My bus ticket coming back I thought was yesterday. I arrived here yesterday in Glasgow, and lo and behold, my booked National Express ticket was not in fact for yesterday. It was for today, this morning, well, later on today. So basically I arrived in Glasgow a day early, thinking I had to be there that day to catch the bus. I looked at it and thought, bloody hell, what am I going to do? I'm in Glasgow. The last time I tried to get a hotel here, they wanted over £100 for the Travelodge. It was really busy. There was some conference going on in Glasgow. Luckily, it doesn't seem so busy at the moment in Glasgow. So got here on a Sunday, and I booked the room with Travelodge from the bus station because I didn't even have any cash, and I can't remember my PIN number for my card, so I had to book it online because I can't remember. I purposely didn't take the PIN number for my credit card because I don't want to use my credit card, but I had to use it, and no choice, because I can't exactly wild camp in Glasgow. So I managed to book this Travelodge room for £39, not in advance. Not bad, eh? City centre. It's in the city centre of Glasgow, close to everything. Check-in is 3 PM and check-out is 12 PM. Yeah, 12 PM. Check-out's 12 PM the next day. As you can see, it's got a double bed, it's got a TV, it's got 4 plug sockets to charge your devices. It's got the TV's digital, like free view or whatever it's called. I don't really watch so much TV, so I can't remember what it's called. I've charged all my stuff now. I've had a coffee. They come with sort of basic coffees and tea, sugar. And you've got 2 mugs there, you've got a seat, plenty of lighting, and there's a bathroom. I'll show you the bathroom. So basically you've got a shower here, which is really good. It's really warm, and you can control the temperature really well, and the flow, and it's fast flowing and warm. And you've got the sink and the toilet. And of course you can have a bath as well. So it's got 2 rolls of toilet roll, 2 towels. It's very clean actually. It was very clean when I arrived. This is the next day, this is the morning. So yeah, I'm happy with the price. It's a good price for just booking there and then. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Wow. So the cost for me doing this trip by public transport, as I was saying, I was going to tell you about it. So basically, for me to get from Birmingham to Glasgow and back again, so return from Birmingham to Glasgow, there and back, is £22. I booked it in advance on National Express. You can get it, say, as cheap as £5, but you've got to be really lucky these days to get that. You have to book really far in advance normally to get that sort of price. But yeah, £22, National Express, check it out. Always, there's like a link on their page where you can go for the cheapest fares, but normally you have to go quite far in advance to get the cheaper fares, so keep searching, sort of like book at least like a month in advance, I would say, for National Express. And then when I got to Glasgow, I got a single ticket for from Glasgow to Oban, which is the ferry port where I was going to get the ferry to the Hebrides, to the Isle of Barra. So basically that ferry, that bus cost me £13.70 for the one-way ticket from Glasgow to Oban. Also booked in advance, book it online. I think if you pay for it on the bus, you're going to pay a lot more, and then you run the risk of not having a seat when you get there. And what I say is, if you do book advance tickets, always leave enough time in between each change, so you've got enough time in case the bus is delayed to get your next one. So sometimes you might be waiting around for hours before your next transport, but it's better to be safe, because I've been on so much transport where it's been even a couple of hours late sometimes at the worst. That's, you know, even worse than that actually. But yeah, so that was as I said, £13.70, Glasgow to Oban. The ferry from Oban to Barra in the Outer Hebrides for a foot passenger is £15.15. Now, booking that in advance is not going to save you any money, but I believe if you're a student, a pensioner, or I think there's other concessions as well, so you want to check out their website, so you might be able to get a bit of a discount on that. And also, if you're obviously going over in a camper van, you're going to be paying more for the vehicle. Now, you might want to get one of the hopscotch tickets. I believe if you've got a vehicle, that works out cheaper, but it doesn't work out. It definitely doesn't work out cheaper for foot passengers, but it might work out cheaper for vehicles. I'm not too sure. You'll have to check on that. But for foot passengers, yeah, don't bother with the hopscotch tickets because it's no cheaper. And booking in advance won't make any cheaper. The only way it's going to be cheaper is if you're a student and you've got a student card to prove you are, or a pensioner, or you know, any other concessions that are on the website. But generally you'll be paying for a foot passenger £15.15. There's no, you know, you're not going to get cheaper booking in advance, but it's still pretty cheap because I believe the tickets are subsidised on those ferry those boats. I think it's good value personally. And the fare from Barra to Eriskay, which is basically where you get the boat to if you're going to Uist, which I did, that was £3.15 for a full passenger. I think you can't go wrong with that, can you? I think it's good value, and even more a reason to visit the Isles of Scotland, Western Isles of Scotland in the Hebrides, I think. Okay, folks. Well, the ferry from North Uist to Harris, which is Berneray to Leverborough, I think I'm saying that right. The ferry price to that is £3.70. Another cheap. It's a short journey across to there, but another good value one, I think. Also, I'd say travelling in between the islands. If you're not doing the Hebridean Way. If you're doing the Hebridean Way, you're going to be walking anyway. You're not going to be wanting a bus or hitchhiking. But I would say the bus service is pretty good, fairly okay. But hitchhiking is very easy there. I'd say the bus prices are not too bad on all the islands. It's a mini bus on Barra, and it's a mini kind of bus on Uist as well. But when you get to Harris, they do have like a regular type of buses there more, and I think the buses on Harris are probably the best. But yeah, hitchhiking is very easy anyway. Now, the ferry from Talbot, which is Harris, so from Harris, Talbot, or Lewis, or whatever you want to call it, I get mixed up with the two, but they're both one island. So from Talbot, which is on Harris or Lewis, I can't remember, then goes over to Skye, which is to Uig. That was £6.50 one way. Another good value ticket, I think. Yeah, I left by Talbot rather than Stornoway, because Stornoway you can't get to Isle of Skye, and I wanted to go to Isle of Skye on this trip as well. So now on Isle of Skye, hitchhiking's okay. It depends where you are. If you're in the touristy areas, I find those areas are really hard to hitchhike usually. They're not great for hitchhiking to really busy tourist areas. People just don't want to pick you up. I find generally that it's very rarely a camper van picks you up, incredibly rare. But there are some people who do, but it's just really rare. And that's what you'll see a lot. But the locals as well, and generally in touristy areas, don't pick you up if it's really commercial tourist area. And that's the same all over the world. But if it's a really quiet area, people tend to pick you up and ask if you need a lift even without thumbing it. But yeah, I'd say that the buses on Sky are a rip-off. They use Stagecoach, and they're like super expensive. So don't make the same mistake I did. If you're travelling all in one day, get a day ticket for Stagecoach. If there's 2 Stagecoaches you get, then get a day ticket. It works out cheaper. I would have bought 2 single tickets. It cost me a lot more money. The ferry from Armdale to Mallaig, which is on the coast, which faces the mainland of Scotland. So if you're using the ferry rather than the bridge to go to the mainland from Isle of Skye, you go from Armdale to Mallaig, and that cost me £3 as a foot passenger. Very good. I think that's good, and it's a nice area actually. You should check it out. The Armdale area. It's very, and it's busy season, and there was really no tourists there. Like nothing against tourism, of course. This is what my channel is about. It's to promote tourism, but I like to try and show you places that, especially for wild campers who want to get away from all that, but also, if it makes any sense, I promote tourism as well. I don't think tourism is a 4-letter word, but you need to spread it out a bit more, I think, rather than have these ultra busy places. Like there's so much to see rather than locations that have been shot on film. I remember going to the Fairy Glen before it was famous, and I went there. I thought it was. I don't think it was that special, to be honest. I still don't now. I mean, there's much better, nicer places on Skye, I'd say, that are not. Nobody really knows about, or well, you know, in the tourist arena anyway. Yeah, I tried to show some places out of the tourist way on this video as well, and some of the tourist things as well. So yeah, I like camping in peace, but I promote tourism at the same time. So it's a bit schizophrenic, really, isn't it? From Mallaig to Fort William, I booked my ticket in advance through citylink, but it's not actually a citylink bus, weirdly. But you can book it through citylink. You do it through them, and it works out a little bit cheaper than buying the ticket on the bus, I think, but only a little bit cheaper, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but anyway, if you buy it through citylink online, I don't think you even really need to do it that much in advance. This one is £6.10 from Mallaig to Fort William, which is, I think, really good value. So yeah, it's good. This is the funny ticket, right? I booked this ticket in advance. It's £19.20 Fort William to Glasgow. Now I thought it was yesterday, my ticket, but it's supposed to be today. So basically I travelled on the wrong day and the driver didn't even notice that. It was only when I got to Glasgow bus station and looked at my National Express ticket, I realised the ticket wasn't until the next day. That's why I had to pay to stop at this hotel. So this is an unexpected knock to my budget travel, even though I'd say it's a really good price, £39 for urgently needing a hotel right in the city centre, like the biggest city in Scotland. I think it's a good price, but it is a lot of money for me. So yeah, folks, click on those advertising links for me, and if you're going to buy anything, yeah, it helps out. So I just use the credit card anyway. So yeah, so that was as I said, £19.20, and then so I paid as I said, £39.99 probably to stay here. It's Travelodge Central, I think it's called, the hotel. Just have a look. Travelodge. Got the bloody app here. Right. It's not, I don't know. My Travelodge, I don't know. Anyway, it's, yeah, Travelodge Central, I believe, and then on the way back, obviously, it's, just check this out. Yeah, so I got the return part, obviously, with National Express, so I paid £22 as I've already said, to get from Birmingham to Glasgow and going back. Obviously that includes going back from Glasgow to Birmingham, and that's basically my travel budget and accommodation budget, because I wild camped the whole of the other time. I didn't pay. This is the only paid accommodation I stayed at in the entire 2 weeks. Toilet doesn't flush very well though. And there's a shower. Okay, it does flush. Okay, I didn't flush it properly. There's a toilet roll, sink as well, and mirror. Okay, so now on the way to Glasgow Queen Street train station. Okay, so now I'm going to get a train to Loch to do the part of the Three Lochs way just for a couple of hours. A single ticket from here will cost you £5.70. A day return from here will cost you £6.20.
Doors opening.
So folks, checkout time on the Travelodge was 12 o'clock and my bus isn't till like 7:30 PM, so rather than sitting at the bus station all day, I got the train to Loch, which is 48 minutes away, £6 something or other for a return, and I'm on the Three Lochs way from there and the John Muir way, which I have done both before, but before I got a video, before I started videoing my hikes, I took photos though, but I didn't do a video. And I believe, if I remember rightly, there will be somewhere nearer to Wild Camp, and I could have done that rather than staying at the Travelodge and save loads of money. But yeah, I was in a mad rush, didn't think. But anyway, I'm doing this to kill a bit of time, maybe get some drone footage if I can get up the hill quick enough before I have to walk back. Right, just come to the bit that comes off road. Okay, so I thought I'd put up some photos of when I did the Three Lochs Way entirely back in 2016. The Three Lochs Way is 55 kilometres long. The path actually crosses the Highland boundary vault, which separates the Highlands from the Lowlands. Balloch is actually the start or the end of the trail, whichever end you wish to start at. Invergus is also the start or end of the trail, as I said, whatever end you want to start at. The Three Lochs Way is a Scottish national trail. As long distance trails goes, this is actually quite a very short trail at 55 kilometres long. I really do recommend this walk. I actually did the whole thing out of season in the colder months. I wanted something that was not too incredibly hard in the winter, and it was just right. Okay, back in Balloch now, heading back to the train station to get the train to Glasgow.
Hey, jokes.
Okay, now back in Glasgow, heading to the bus station where I catch my coach all the way to Birmingham.
Alright, this is the end of life, out of mind, out of sight. Liquid is blended ice, only time I see the light when morning turns into night. This is left, no it's right. Living comes with a price. What would you do for paper? No, what would you do for likes? I'm a straight up 90s baby, new generation and type. I'm digging her down heavy, you pillow talking to light. I can't take these niggas serious, some of them turning dyke. Think of pussy ass niggas or something I never like. Please don't talk no shit about us unless you ready to fight. Circle tighter than the fetus, I'm steady ripping the mic. Bullshitting with my hitters like Scotty Pippen and Mike. That's straight.
Wow, back in Birmingham.
I grind all the time like I was a skateboarder.
Almost 24 hours later.
My style ain't they normal. Southside hustle, I did it to stay northern. Started from the bottom, just trying to get to $1. Used to rock a lot of Hollister, now I stay in designer. That's that follow true religion. Versace, Louis, Armani, plus a couple Gucci loafers. I'll never rock at McDonald's, cuz that's how it is, little nigga, I get it in. Trying to take a bitch's friends, the places we never been. I remember pad and pen, I'll never do that again. They say never say never, but fuck a nigga, I did. Push up the whip, no guarantees on the meal, so I gotta do whatever to guarantee me a meal. Ain't no reason to be teasing, I let them know how I feel. If they with it, then they with it, they flagging, then let me feel. You a fishy motherfucker, you talking that in your gills. All you undercover haters just really hurting yourself. These days we live in hell, my focus is on the sale, trying to stay up out of sale. My 9 to 5 is a scale, so busy I'm making sales since I fizzle and Taco Bell in my city. Feel like the mayor, you just hate the game, not the player, bitches. I don't love them, I don't chase them, I fuck them. Twist a blunt, get the puff, and they hit it once and I'm bucking. Wow. Boom, baby.